Hello, beautiful souls. So, today we are reading together Lesson 41. God goes with me wherever I go. I love today's lesson, like I love every lesson. Babe, I'm doing my lesson, okay? So here it goes. Today's idea will eventually overcome completely the sense of loneliness and abandonment which all the separated ones experience. Depression is an inevitable consequence of separation. So are anxiety, worry, a deep sense of helplessness, misery, suffering, and intense fear of loss. The separated ones have invented many cures for what they believe to be the ills of the world. But the one thing they do not do is to question the reality of the problem. Yet its effects cannot be cured because it is not real. So as I pause for a second here, Jesus is reminding us that today's idea will allow us to overcome every thought of loneliness, abandonment, depression, anxiety, worry, fear, everything that is not peace. The thought for today undoes. And it undoes it because when we sit with this thought, even for a moment, it allows us to contemplate on a new idea and to bring our mind to that state of stillness instead of thinking all the time. For it is the thinking mind and all of its thoughts and beliefs about its self, about its world, about its physical experiences that keep us hidden from the problem. Yet what this thought does for us today is it allows us to question the reality of the problem. And it allows us to see that there is no source, there is no basis for the problem in which we are currently perceiving. So today we get to realize that we cannot fix the problem's effects because the effects are merely that, they're effects. We need to go to the cause, which is in the mind. And so today, with today's idea, we're heading to the cause of the problem, which is in the mind, to have it undone where it is. So to continue, it's saying here, the idea for today has the power to end all this foolishness forever. When this happens, when this thought is fully accepted into the mind, it is a complete thought reversal. And therefore our suffering is over. And foolishness it is, despite the serious and tragic forms it may take. Again, we're looking beyond the forms of the perceived problem. All are the same. There is no order in difficulty in miracles. So today's thought, God goes with me wherever I go, is opening us up to receive this miracle for whatever problem we currently foresee ourselves in. It says, deep within you is everything that is perfect, ready to radiate through you and out into the whole world. It will cure all sorrow and pain and fear and loss, because it will heal the mind that thought these things were real and suffered out of its allegiance to these beliefs. This is the thing, the separated mind, the ego, and when we identify with the separated mind and ego, we are concentrating on our beliefs and our thoughts, and it is these beliefs and our thoughts that are projected in the world. So this is when we're caught in this cycle of illusion, right? The cycle of pain and suffering. And yet Jesus is reminding us that deep within us is everything that is perfect, ready to radiate through us. And we have a tendency, when we believe the thoughts in our head to be true, that things happen to us. And we try and seek for what we want and try and get away from what we do not want. And so what we're doing today is moving that whole idea sideways and allow us to enter into the space which is where all healing resides, which is where all of the answers to our current problems are given us, so that we can fully correct and heal the mind that believes these thoughts and beliefs and pains and sufferings to be the truth about itself in this world. Once we release it here, it's gone from here. You could never be deprived of your perfect holiness because its source goes with you wherever you go. You could never suffer because the source of all joy goes with you wherever you go. You could never be alone because the source of all life goes with you wherever you go. Nothing can destroy your peace of mind because God goes with you wherever you go. We understand that you do not believe all this. How could you, when the truth is hidden deep within, under the heavy cloud of insane thoughts, dense and obscuring, yet representing all you see? Today we will make our first real attempt to get past this dark and heavy cloud and go through it to the light beyond it. So today, by accepting the thought, God goes with me wherever I go, we are remembering the source of this truth, which is the light, which is our perfect wholeness and healing. And so when we give ourselves time to recognize that these thoughts and beliefs in our mind are just like dark clouds in the sky, and that they can move on by to let the light of our own being shine forth and be what we see instead, we can let ourselves have this experience. And in the experience of the light of our being, in the experience of knowing that God goes with us wherever we may go, we truly, truly, truly are healed. So Jesus is saying that there will only be one long practice period today. In the morning, as soon as you get up, if possible, sit quietly for some 3 to 5 minutes with your eyes closed. And I feel that he's getting us to do this in the morning with our eyes closed because it starts the intention for the rest of the day. That when we wake up in the morning and we set our mind on God goes with me wherever I go, then we can have the experiences throughout the day that God goes with me wherever I go. So we're setting the intention, we're setting the purpose, we're setting the pathway for us to have this miraculous day that we're calling for. So he's saying here, at the beginning of a practice period, repeat today's idea very slowly. God goes with me wherever I go. Then make no effort to think of anything. Just be in the space. Try instead to get a sense of turning inward, past all the idle thoughts of the world. Try to enter very deeply into your own mind, keeping it clear of any thoughts that might divert your attention. So today we are reaching into the space. We are reaching into the still point that resides within us. So anytime we catch any thought that crosses our mind, just let it do that. Let it cross the mind. Let it just float on by like the dark clouds in the sky and let it drift on by. So it's saying here, from time to time, you may repeat today's idea if you find it helpful throughout the day. But most of all, try to sink down inward, away from the world and all the foolish thoughts of the world. You are trying to reach past all things. You are trying to leave appearances and approach reality. So we're moving beyond the form to the truth today, beyond the illusory thoughts to our true thoughts. It is quite possible to reach God. In fact, it is very easy.
Are you reading from a book?
I am. I'm reading from A Course in Miracles, Gray.
My mom likes that too.
I know. Your mom loves this book. In fact, it is very easy because it is the most natural thing in the world for us to reach God. You might even say it is the only natural thing in the world. The way will open if you believe that it is possible. And this is crucial, right? A Course in Miracles is for believers, by believers. So if we believe that we are willing to apply the thought, I'm reading the book and I'm making a video right now because there's a whole bunch of us who are doing this together. This is Gray. How old are you now, Gray? 10? 11, sorry. 1, of course. 1. It's amazing. The way will open if you believe that is possible. If we believe that miracles are possible, they will happen. The exercise can bring very startling results, even the first time it's attempted. And sooner or later, it is always successful. You're an amazing husband, Katie. Thank you.
Who's ready?
And sooner or later, it is always successful. We will go into more detail in connection with this kind of practice as we go along. But it will never fail completely, An instant success is possible. Let's remind ourselves of that. Instant success is possible today. Throughout the day, use today's idea often, repeating it very slowly and preferably with your eyes closed, because again, we're seeking inward today, beyond all of the thoughts in our mind. Think of what you are saying and what the words mean. God goes with you wherever I go. Pay conscious attention to this. Concentrate on the holiness which they imply about you. On the unfailing companionship which is yours. On the complete protection that surrounds you. You can indeed afford to laugh at fear thoughts, remembering that God goes with you wherever you go. And that's it. So today we're going to laugh at these thoughts in our mind. We're going to laugh at these beliefs that make us believe that suffering and pain and fear is necessary or true or anything like that. And instead, in the laughter, will the light dispel all these darkened thoughts and let us rest in the space of peace, knowing that God goes with me wherever I go. And I'm blessed because I'm a child of God. And I'm happy and thankful it is so. So that's today's lesson. Enjoy, everybody. Love you, and see you tomorrow.